Hey everybody, guess what? It's we're here. We're on YouTube. It's Monday night, and that means what?
It's Marriage Monday.
That's
Welcome.
Right. Good to see you guys. It's Kevin and Lisa. As always, we're here. Marriage Monday. We always enjoy meeting together with those of you who join us live and those of you who watch a little bit later. And we always like to talk about, well, marriage, right? We get to talk about our marriage and a little bit maybe about your marriage as well. And it is really good. How you doing? Everything okay?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Happy to be here. I saw some of our loyal, die-hard fans. They're here already, and I noticed that I think it was Albert said something about tonight is a date night enforced.
I'm not sure what that meant, but we do appreciate Albert. He is very loyal to Marriage Monday. That's
right. We just hope he's not using these as his date night. That might, maybe you want to mix that up. Maybe have more encouraging date nights that way. But at any rate, we're Kevin and Lisa, and we like to talk about marriage a little bit. We really love marriage. We love love, and we love all the things that kind of go with that. And today is February 8th, right?
February 8th. We're in February. Wow.
We're in the hard winter of Southern Ontario.
Yes.
We have some viewers really from around the world, but some from across Canada who noticed that Carrie's here. Shout out to Carrie.
Edmonton. He said it's very cold there.
Yeah, so when we say it's
cold here, though.
When we say it's cold here,
no,
it's not the same thing.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
So anyways, February 8th, what's happening this week? Anything exciting happening to the Super Bowl, but not the Super Bowl, right? Something
on
else
Sunday, this coming Sunday is Valentine's Day.
Happy
That's
Valentine's
pretty
Day.
Important for us to give a nod to on Marriage Monday.
Yep. So what we want to do is, with Valentine's Day, let's do this. This will help us wake up, or this will help you wake up a little bit. Let's do a little bit of Valentine's Day trivia, shall we?
Yes.
Valentine's Day trivia, and here's what you need to do. For those of you who are live right now, I want you to drop your answers in the chat, and then see how many you get right. Let's see if we've got a winner here. Somebody who's like an all-time worldwide galactic Valentine's Day champion.
There's 10 questions. So with your spouse, if you're together, you can, check to see who gets more answers.
Just don't Google them. I mean, there's no prize, so it's not that. But try, right? Try. Valentine's Day quiz.
So what is the most popular Valentine's Day gift? What do you think is the most popular Valentine's Day gift?
Put in the chat. We're starting easy. The most popular Valentine's Day gift. I think everybody's going to get 1 out of 1 at least on this one.
Let's see. Is anyone
most
saying
popular
anything?
Valentine's Day gift.
Oh, I see chocolate. No,
Shannon.
it's not chocolate.
Oh, you don't say that. People are still typing in.
Oh, so sorry. Oops.
This is to win, right?
I thought we were going to give the answer now.
Well, we have to wait for everybody's suggestion, right?
All right.
So we're starting to see it come in here. Chocolates and flowers. Chocolates and flowers. Which is going to win? And the answer is?
Flowers.
Flowers.
Wins, yes.
So let's be specific here, just so you know that the most popular Valentine's Day gift is flowers. But listen closely to my words, because my words are very important. The most preferred Valentine's Day gift is chocolates. How about that? So what is given the most is flowers, but what is preferred the most is chocolates, and I can totally relate, can't you?
Yeah.
Would you like chocolates or would you like flowers?
Wait, that wasn't a question then. You just gave an answer. Okay.
Because everybody said chocolates and flowers.
Okay.
So if you got flowers or red roses or something, give yourself a 1 point.
Yeah. Okay, so
Which would you prefer, chocolates or roses?
Both, maybe, I think.
All right, next question.
Okay, so guess how many Valentine's Day cards are exchanged on Valentine's Day. How many do you think are exchanged?
How many Valentine's Day cards? Let's say worldwide, I guess. Worldwide.
Yep. Put that in the chat. How many do you think?
How many Valentine's Day cards are exchanged? This is a number. Put a number down and see if anybody will get this.
All right.
We've rounded the number close to the closest. Don't tell them.
Okay.
It's a game, right?
I know, I'm just impatient, I guess.
Right.
Oh, I see some answers that are correct.
14 million.
That's not the one.
Million? Is that 1 billion?
Wow.
Six are given.
I think he means 6 billion.
No, I think Randy's a smart guy. He knows what he wrote.
Okay.
20 million, 1 billion. Wow. And the answer is, Lisa, if you wrote down
1 billion,
1 billion,
you get to give yourself a point.
1 billion Valentine's Day cards. So we're at 2 points so far. Your favorite flower and how many cards are given And mine is next.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Who receives the most Valentine's Day cards? Who gets given the most Valentine's Day cards? Go ahead and put that in the chat. This is fun, isn't it?
Yes.
It's fun for them.
Absolutely.
We have to wait for the answers to come in, but this is kind of fun.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a time lapse there.
So
Aw,
kids is an answer in so far.
Neat.
Valentine's Day trivia.
Women, okay, wives, husbands,
women, wives,
moms,
husbands,
females, teachers, wives, school teachers.
Right. Queen Elizabeth. Not a bad one there.
Okay.
All right. So
Can I give
here
the
is your answer. If you wrote down teachers actually received the most Valentine's Day cards out of anybody. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, and I saw some people wrote
So some of you got that right.
Yeah.
Look at Ace is just cleaning up.
Yep.
He said 1 billion. He said teachers.
That's
and
great.
Terry too. So
That's
these
great.
Guys, let's keep
Okay,
going.
so the next question is interesting. In medieval times, okay, so back in the Middle Ages,
the old days,
girls did something when they wanted to dream of their future husband. What did they do? What did girls do to dream about their
make
future
themselves dream
husband?
about their future
Okay,
husbands.
that's a hard one.
Well, yeah, it is, but think to yourself,
What
if
would
you
you
wanted
do?
to dream
You wanna
about your
have a-
future husband, no, don't do it that way. But if you wanted
Yeah.
to make yourself dream
Yeah.
something, what do? I bet I just helped a lot of people there.
Let's see
Yeah.
what someone
Yeah.
says. Okay.
You wanted to.
Pray about it. That's
Somebody's very
sweet.
spiritual.
Yes. What did girls do? Drink rosehip tea.
Claire,
Interesting.
loving the super
Put
specificness
something
of
under
that
the
answer.
pillow.
Totally cool.
Sleep. Put pictures under the pillow. A lot of
Yeah,
sleep.
that's right. Well, of course. Doesn't that make sense?
What is that one?
If you want to
Look
dream
in
about your
water
future
in the
husband, go to
month
sleep.
of May. Look in water in the month of May. Interesting. Okay, can we give them the answer? The answer is, did anyone say? No, I don't think so. It's so obvious. Eat spicy food. No one said eat spicy food.
Eat spicy food.
Yeah.
Yep. So there you go. If you want to dream about your husband, eat spicy food.
I don't know what kind of spicy food they had in the Middle Ages. Maybe
Yeah. Salt.
pepper. Okay, what's the next question?
That's the Canadian spicy food.
What's the next question?
All right. The next question is, this is very interesting. I'm going to give you a choice of 3. What chocolate company first invented the Valentine's Day candy? So the heart-shaped Valentine's Day chocolates.
Okay.
What chocolate company invented? And here are your choices: Hershey's, Cadbury, or Lindt. Lindt. L-I. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Lindt
that's good chocolate.
chocolates.
That's
Hershey's, Cadbury, or Lindt. You got a 1 in 3 chance of getting this right.
Of the Valentine's
Day chocolates.
Box of chocolates.
Laura C. chord, so Liberty's just going right outside the game here. That's good.
Oh,
Lots of people are going Hershey's.
Look at Ace.
Are you just giving away the answers? Is that you can't stand people in competition? Yeah. And the answer is Cadbury. Cadbury is the right answer.
Milestone.
I believe
Milestone
that's,
voted for Cadbury too.
Milestone. Milestone's got
Correct.
the inside track.
The
there.
next question: what percentage of flowers are bought by women?
Yeah,
on
for Valentine's Day, people buy flowers.
Okay. What
What
percentage of
percentage?
women buy flowers for for other people for
It could be
Valentine's
100 or anywhere between 100 and 0.
Day? No. What percentage? Yeah.
Yeah. What
Okay.
percentage of flowers? What percentage of women buy flowers? Give us a percent. Your best guess. Starting to come in. Some people are as low
Jim
as
says
10%.
10%.
40-ish. Yeah, I would have said.
Lisa, half. Yeah. Interesting.
You know, there's
Okay.
a new phenomenon now. I don't know
What's
if
that?
you guys know this. It's called Galentine's Day.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah, where your girls give each other your friends.
nice,
You give,
nice.
So I would think that would bring the number up
That
a little
would.
bit here.
Yeah.
but,
That's awesome.
all right. So what's the answer? Give yourself a point if you did.
If you got and I see Ace.
Would you give them the answer, please?
30%.
30%.
That's so funny.
30%. Now Glenn Duncan's in the game. Look at
Yes.
that.
Okay.
But Ace seems to be.
Yeah.
Ace
Herman
is
got
like
it.
the
Herman got
ultimate
it.
Valentine's guy. What's going on, Ace?
August got it. Yep.
You know, you don't
Okay.
walk around with the name Ace for no reason. Like, He's 100% so far. This is amazing. All right.
Okay.
Can I keep going?
Yeah, keep going.
This one's pretty cool. We're going to go back to the medieval times again.
Okay.
Medieval times, but not medieval times, that place where you go eat with your hands, but the actual medieval times. You know, like a long time ago.
Yeah.
Like, say, when Ed Bahula was born. Something like that. That's how far back we're going. Okay, so answer this. Back then, in the Middle Ages, people used to write, or people used to put on the sleeves of their garment the name of their Valentine, the name of the person that they were smitten with, in love with, etc. And that act coined what phrase? So they put something on the sleeve, on their garment, and what phrase do we use today?
That's a little more difficult.
Yeah, this one's a tough one.
So
I don't know, I was just attacked by insects there. But anyway, some of you were typing down.
Just fluff.
Something happened.
Okay.
What name do you think is attached to? Don't do anything, Lisa. What name is attached? You are the worst game show host I've ever seen in my life.
I'm so sorry. I'm so impatient.
You see, everybody? There you go.
Yes,
If you said wear your heart on your sleeve or put your heart on your sleeve, you got that point right.
This is very useful information.
Well,
that
we're only here to help.
Tonight.
That's what we're here.
Okay, well, I've got a question. It comes from research that was done at the University of Rochester.
Big university.
Okay, and they did a study on
across the lake.
What color do women find most sexually attractive in men?
Please say.
That's what the notes say.
Please say white or black.
What color do men wear that women find most sexually attractive? Okay, so put that in the chat.
And if you put no clothes, that's the wrong answer.
No, yes.
Because women just don't seem to find.
Okay, let's see. Purple, black, blue, red, blue. Blue, black. A lot of people think black. Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, salmon pink.
Salmon.
Wow.
Ought to be super
pink.
specific there.
Wow.
All right,
can
Lisa,
I give the answer?
tell them what the answer is.
The answer is.
Oh, wait. Before you give this, guys, stop what you're doing and listen.
Red.
Red. Who would have thought?
I would not have thought that.
I like wearing red, but you don't like me wearing red.
I think I like you wearing red.
I wouldn't say you're sexually attracted when I wear red.
I don't know.
We're going to have to try that more.
You know what?
Often.
When we were dating, you wore a red sweatshirt all the time.
I did.
You lived in that sweatshirt. So there you go.
Well, there was a couple reasons.
Yes.
I didn't think of myself sexually attractive to you. I was just broke and only owned one shirt.
Well, it worked. So there you go. Okay.
All right. Okay, the next question, and maybe one of the last. This is interesting. So as far as Valentine's Day cards, Valentine's Day this weekend, Valentine's Day cards are given to, we've already established, the most are given to teachers. The next most are given to children, which makes sense because kids do it in their class, at least when kids used to have classes to go to. Teachers, children, then lovers give Valentine's Day cards to each other. And what is the fourth most popular individual that gets cards?
Who gets the
teachers
cards?
Get the first most, children get the second most, lovers get the third most Valentine's Day cards. Fill in the blank. What's the next most?
I love that.
What individual gets the next most cards?
I love that kids get the most cards over lovers. I think that's really sweet.
I think that's lame for lovers. I think lovers need to step their game up. My goodness. So here we go.
Grandparents,
parents, moms, that's starting to come in. Moms, mothers, friends. That's a little Galentine's Day stuff going on there. Yeah.
I did see the answer.
Moms.
I saw
did
the
Ace
answer.
get the answer
No,
right?
he did not.
All right.
But I saw it. It's gone by.
Okay, and the answer is, now hang on to your hats, guys. The fourth, the individual gets the fourth, what am I trying to say? The fourth most popular individual that gets Valentine's Day cards is your pet. Pets. Pets get more Valentine's Day cards. Wait,
someone said that in the chat.
Pets get more Valentine's Day cards than your mom. Something is wrong with this world. I'm just saying. More than dad, more than grandma?
Isaac Chen got pets.
All right.
I think he's the only one.
Isaac.
Congratulations,
You're a rock
Isaac.
star.
Okay, last question.
Isaac, do you give your pets Valentine's Day cards?
Yeah.
Maybe you know. Anyways, back to the question.
What is the #1 favorite chocolate in the box of chocolates. So in the box of chocolates.
You know, a great box of chocolates always has a little map.
What one is the most popular?
And everybody
favorite?
eats that one first.
Okay, let's see.
Statistically, what's the most
see.
tasty, or the one most popular chocolate? What's your most favorite chocolate? This isn't necessarily the answer. I don't know what, we haven't talked about this. What's your favorite chocolate in the box?
In the box?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't
Mine
know.
is the one, anyone with the I like the cherry, the maraschino cherry thing. I really like that.
No.
That's nice. Taffy with nuts, salted caramel, kisses, hazelnuts for our cherry caramel. Yep. The heart-shaped one. I like what the Taurus family is thinking there. Bagnos is all about Valentine's Day.
With nuts.
You want to tell them what it is? So score yourself.
I think, and I did see it go by. The most popular one is caramel.
With caramel.
But I like the one that someone said salted caramel. That would be my favorite.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
And cherry's thinking
I didn't
ahead.
want to say caramel because I would have given when you asked me the question, I would have
Yours
given.
is caramel?
Yeah,
For
but
reals?
I didn't want to say that because
Wow.
that would give it away.
I like the way cherry's thinking, the
But-
one with liquor in it. You know, just, I don't care what shape it is.
great.
Yeah, so
Toffee's
anyway, so
good
there we go.
too,
Do us a
yeah.
favor really fast. There's no prize, it's just bragging rights. Go ahead and add up how many you got right. Drop it in the chat. Let's see what we
Yeah,
see
yeah,
as the biggest
10,
number, and we can,
9,
and if we have a
8.
tie, I've got a tiebreaker for you guys. But go ahead, and if you did, and we're gonna get going just after we see this. But
Okay.
caramel
Murray
really bothers
got
me.
2 points.
Murray, time to step up your Valentine's. Look at Isaac, he got the pets
He got
right.
the pet
but,
one. He got the random question right.
Blair,
Yeah.
my friend,
Oh, wow. A lot of zeros.
you should, oh my word, guys.
Oh, I'm sorry. We didn't come here
Yeah.
to discourage you
This-
tonight.
This is,
Oh,
look at
someone.
Daryl only
Oh,
got
Carlotta
one.
got, and Stuart got 5. Carlotta got 4.
Yeah,
Very
those
good.
they're smart. And they're
Way to
in
go,
love. I
guys.
mean, they're
Yeah.
always together. Have
They
you
are
ever
smart
noticed?
people.
They're never not apart.
Definitely.
Yeah. Look at Ace. We thought Ace was getting them all right. He only got 3.
It felt like he was getting them all right. Wow.
Well, at any rate, I don't know who won. I guess the Carlotta and Stuart I saw with 4.
Definitely,
Congratulations. You have our undying respect.
Yes.
Tell them what they won, Chris. Our undying respect. That's what you get
And
there.
Blair says he's not discouraged. He's learning. So
Yeah.
that's a great attitude.
Blair, what I would do is stop giving cards to pets and give a Valentine's Day card to your wife. I don't know. That's my
Okay.
humble suggestion
Well,
there. Let's go ahead and
yes,
get moving here.
yes.
It's a little bit after our time, but thank you for sort of playing along with us and helping us talk a little bit about Valentine's Day. And the whole reason we did that was to get your mind on a Valentine's Day, which is the end of the week, and we're going to talk about that a little bit here.
Absolutely.
But we've got 2 things that we really want to accomplish in the short time that we're with you here in our live stream. And for those of you that are watching after this, just a couple of short things. And the first is this. We want to talk about, as we've been talking about for months now, we're so excited about, in just a few weeks, we've got our marriage conference that's coming up. It's called the Stay Home Marriage Conference. And we're really so thrilled about what's happening there. It's going to be Saturday, February 27th. It's going to be starting at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 2 to 4, and we're just really planning for it to be not just an enjoyable time, but a very rich, nurturing time for your marriage. We're hoping to go a little bit more in depth, but also be very encouraging as well. And we want to talk about that more before we're done, but we just want to throw that out in case some of you have to drop off the chat now. If you do, or if you have to drop off the chat or off this in a few minutes, make sure you go to milestonechurches.com and look at Stay Home Marriage there. Click on that and register. We'd really love to have you on the 27th. So that's one of the things we want to talk about tonight.
Yeah, you don't want to miss it, definitely.
The other thing is what?
Well, the other thing, which is really exciting, is for tonight, we just want to talk with you about the power of your love story. The power of your love story. It is Valentine's week, and that's an opportunity, if you choose, to really solidify and secure your love relationship in some way, whether it's chocolates or cards or letters. And really, it's a time where we can celebrate our love story. And I know sometimes people are like, oh, that's we celebrate every day of the year or whatever. That's commercial.
You're awesome.
Whatever. Hallmark came up with that holiday. true, whatever those things may be true, but still it's great to have opportunities where we celebrate our love story, the power and the power of our love story. And so we think we're going to talk tonight about one of the best ways to really talk about, or to really tap into the power of your love story is to talk about your love story, to talk to each other about your love story. You can write that in cards, all that kind of thing. And that's what we want to talk about tonight, the power of your love story. And love is a powerful thing in and of itself, and what brought you together, originally at the beginning, and all the way through.
We've got
your
so
love
much.
Story.
Sorry about that. We've got so much that is great happening this week. But this is beyond a Valentine's Day thing.
Yes,
We just thought, since it's Valentine's Day, let's talk about love. Let's talk about our love story. And when you think about love, and this is really what we'd love to get at, so much love, right? What we'd love to get at tonight with regards to your love story is it's so powerful to talk to each other about your love. Everything in life, it feels, and this is something that we consistently address here on Marriage Mondays, is that your life is always seemingly pulling you apart as a married couple. We're always on the drift, we're always moving apart, and we don't want to be, but it's just the way life is. And so a great part of a great marriage is pulling back together, right? Coming back together again and getting connected again. Well, this is one great way to do it.
Yeah.
And that is to tell each other often, not every single day, but tell each other often about your love story. So sometimes it's good to tell each other about the love that you want. I really would love if you did this differently. But other times it's really powerful to go back in time and talk about that love story. And love is such a powerful thing, isn't it? Love is also a delicate thing. Here's one thing that is absolute. Love likes certainty. Can I talk in that kind of language right now? Love likes certainty. Love likes to be affirmed. And, the love that you have inside wants to be affirmed. There's that famous saying, right? This is terrible, terrible famous saying, that some Claude once said, I told you I loved you when we first got married, and if I change my mind, I'll let you know. That doesn't work for love. Love wants to hear over and over. Love wants to be affirmed. Love does not like ambiguity, right? Because when love feels ambiguity, love then next feels vulnerable, and this isn't the good kind of vulnerable.
Right.
There's a good kind of vulnerable in love, a safety.
Yeah.
But when love feels ambiguity, like I haven't been told enough lately, or I'm not feeling it enough, then it starts to feel vulnerable.
Insecure.
And I'm using the word it, right? But it's not, the it is me, the it is you, the it is us. And so we have to just realize love doesn't like any of those things. So telling our love story to each other helps with some of those feelings.
That's beautiful. Yeah, insecurity is definitely not a great way to tap into the power of your love between each other. But in telling your love story to each other, it really brings oxygen. We were talking earlier about how it's like bringing oxygen into your relationship, which really, helps it be more vibrant, more alive. And we sort of got to experience kind of a little case study of that. Around this time last year, we were at a small marriage retreat, and over dinner, all the couples around the table were sharing with each other, telling each other how they met, their love story, how they met, how it all began, where it began, and when, he asked her to marry him or, be my girlfriend, all that stuff. And it was really cool watching the couples, because as they were sharing it, it was giving oxygen just even to their story. They were talking, interjecting different things each was forgetting and wanting to highlight things. And they were really more excited. Each couple was more excited to tell their love story than actually even to listen to each other's love story, because it's really cool when you're sort of brought back in your mind to a time where you really first were infatuated, first, were attracted, first thought, oh, I think I like him, or, I like her. And so, really telling your love story, but telling your love story to each other, really brings oxygen to your relationship.
Yeah, and that was we just noticed, even while we were sitting in that environment, and we just couldn't help but notice it's an amazing thing. And we would suggest that it's probably something that you don't do that much. I mean, just
Yeah.
check yourself right
Yeah.
now as a married couple.
When was the
How
last
often,
time?
Yeah,
Yeah.
how often do you share your love story with one another? And now, you know, as we've been married for a long time, we've been married over 30 years. I think if you asked our kids, they would say, Mom and Dad talk about their love story a lot, because our kids are like, oh, I've heard this story. Oh, yeah, that kind of stuff. But even in you know, we really love marriage and we really love love and we're the cheerleaders, right? But we're even checking ourselves, and it's been a while, right?
Yeah.
Since we've actually talked about our love story. So our point tonight is talking about our love story
Yeah.
brings oxygen back into that love. So if your love the last few weeks have been feeling a little bit deprived, if it's not, your love is not breathing deeply, if your flame, there's all kinds of analogies here with oxygen, right? If your love is kind of running out of breath, it needs
Yes.
some oxygen, talk about your love story. If
Yeah.
the fire of your love, see where I'm going here? Build a fire. Fire doesn't work without oxygen.
Yeah.
Get the bellows pumping
Or
of your
you
love
blow on
story.
it,
There
right?
you go.
Yeah, definitely.
Put some oxygen into that
Definitely.
story. So,
And you know, your love story is really enriched when you talk to each other about it, because it builds connection. You know, because as Kevin was saying, as married couples, everything in life seems to, after you get married, seems to be about pulling away the connection, and we really need that connection to be always, you know, held together. And talking about your story and going back in time again to all those amazing hormonal chemicals that really did help you to be connected and are no longer, unfortunately, as much there. And so talking about those days can really bring back that connection and really prepare, you know, really prepare your soul kind of for more love and you know, for not just what we had back there, but what we can have going forward.
I'm ready for more love.
Yes. Beautiful.
Yeah. A lot of what we're talking about here is actually, and for those of you who've been with us, we'll say the name Dr. Gottman, or Mr. and Mrs. Gottman. They're both doctors, and I've done a lot of research on this. And most people who do marriage counseling or marriage advice are quite aware of the huge body of work that the Gottmans have done.
Amazing.
Something that's really powerful, though, in all of their research, and they have done a lot of research to be able to predict whether marriages are going to make it or not. And you know, it's quite simple. There's a number of very basic things that you need to do, and you know, kindness, but this is one of them, to be able to speak. But they don't actually say talk about your love story. Kevin and Lisa came up with that. But what they are showing from their research is that every human being, it is actually the human condition to reach out. To be human means you're always or often reaching out. We start that even as infants.
Yes.
Babies will reach out their hands. And you think about yourself, when you see a little baby kind of, you know, in the crib or in a bassinet or something like that, and the baby reaches out their hand, the adult human can't not reach back.
Absolutely.
You turn towards the baby. It's just so cute, right? You've got to reach back. Well, that starts at that very young age, but it remains in all of us who are very
It's still
old
the
age
human
now.
condition, yes.
So really what we're talking about, of course, is that we need to, and the Gottmans say this, you need to work, sorry guys, to increase your love, to put oxygen into your love. You've got to turn towards one another, to get connection in your love. You turn towards each other. Now, they are actually talking about physically turning and connecting eye to eye, but they are also turning in your heart. The Gottmans do such a great amount of research about things like contempt that keep us from, and contempt makes us actually turn away. And you may not physically turn away, right? But in your heart, in your countenance, you turn away. So this idea of turning towards one another is such a very, very important one.
Yes, definitely. It really is the power of our love story. I think Valentine's Day is a great time to really, you know, talk about it.
Yeah.
And so, you know.
So we're going to do a little practice here. We didn't rehearse this. We don't know how this will go. But for the last part of our lesson, whatever this is that we're doing here, we thought, why don't we try to model what turning towards one another? Why don't we try to model a little bit about telling your love story can do? It's Valentine's weekend. Not yet, but it will be.
Yeah.
What if you, this week, took some time to tell each other your love story.
Yes.
Do you want to set up this a little bit?
Well, I think it'd be good before we do this just to share, some people don't know who Kevin and I are. And we've been, like he said, married for 30 years, and we got married pretty young. I was 23, you were 24. And so
for some people that's not young, but that was young for us.
And it was a whirlwind. Our relationship was a bit of a whirlwind because we were madly in love and young and broke, poor. I was finishing university, right up until the wedding day. I was doing my last university course, and you were an intern for our church.
Yep.
So we didn't have a lot of money.
I was extra broke.
And we started dating in October, and then we got married August 11th. So I think we had from engagement till the wedding day was like 6 weeks or something. We just wanted to be married, young and in love. So I think that kind of describes us.
Yeah.
Not right now. We're old and in love.
That's really true.
We were once young and in love.
Yep. So I think back to those days myself, and they were really kind of exciting days. It's interesting the way I came into love with you. Was I actually had made the decision I'd never want to get married because of my baggage, some dysfunction that I saw growing up, and I just never thought that would really be for me, and I was concerned that I would actually, after what I'd seen in my life, would I be able to actually have a happy marriage? Didn't think so, and I did actually date some other girls, but I just could never see that happening, and then I met you, and everything changed. Actually, Lisa asked me out on a date.
The very first date we went on, I asked you out.
Lisa asked me out. Can you believe that? What a terrible guy I am. And I said yes
You
because
were
I'm
shy.
no dummy.
You were shy.
That's right. We went on a date. It was really cool. We went for a walk in a neighborhood in Toronto, and we just talked and talked and talked and talked. And when I got home the next day, I wrote in my diary, and this sort of blew me away. We still have that diary, but I wrote in my diary, and it's a good question. Who writes in a diary? What kind of guy writes? I didn't write in it for long, but that just so happened. I thought, let me write in a diary, and I wrote that I want to marry Lisa. After the very first date, I thought this would be somebody I could spend the rest of my life with, and I'm not wrong. So that sets up this. So is that right? Was that a good setup? So we should do this. So here's what we want to do. We're going to talk about our love story, and we're going to turn towards one another to do it. And here's something that we found. This is a little bit of who we are. Hope it
works.
This may not be you. Try not to.
Yeah.
We're not telling you to do what we're doing. We're telling you to think about your love story and figure out a creative way to talk to one another, to turn to one another, and to tell that love story. You don't have to do this every day over breakfast, but every once in a while to do something like this may be.
And if you can dig up some archaic yellow paper, and that helps to.
So this is a letter I wrote Lisa. This is a letter I wrote Lisa before we were married. We were dating one another. She was at the University of Toronto, and she was trying to finish up school. I don't even think we were engaged. No, we weren't even engaged.
No.
We just actually started dating, and I would often drive down to University of Toronto to the Robarts Library. Some of you know where that is. And I would sort of snoop around. We used to call it weasel dating back then. I would just look for her and see if I could find her just to say hello. Coincidentally bump into her inside the book stacks of the library. And we went on a date together. Actually, we went on one date where I asked Lisa, would you be my girlfriend? And, that we were old traditionalists like that. She said yes. So this letter is to encourage her in her homework and tell her how much I really loved her. So we'll try to make this work. So this is us telling our love story to one another. So it says this. Well, this is an old yellow piece of paper.
It
This
really
is the date on this is November 2nd, 1989.
Wow.
1989. Half of the people watching this weren't even born yet.
No.
I can't believe that's us now. But 1989, back in the 80s, those were the good old days. And it says this, to my hardworking, I need to look at you, not them. To my hardworking, homework swamped, beautiful girlfriend, my Lisa. This note is to encourage you in the constant battle against the ever-present evil in your life, which is homework. I thought it might be good for you to see how, I put some Calvin and Hobbes cartoons in this letter. So I said, I thought it'd be good for you to see how Calvin and Hobbes handle homework, and so that's why I've attached these in here. I often wish there was more ways that I could be helpful to you with your schoolwork. I'm sure you're thankful that I'm not able to help you with your schoolwork. I just hate to see you always under such huge mounds of work. But I guess it will be over soon enough, and someday you will look back on these school days with the fondest reflections, longing for your classes and the lectures and all the homework and all the late nights. And then I put, nah, not really. So then I attached a Calvin and Hobbes cartoon. I think we'll put this up on the screen. This is my attempt to relate to her school. And that Calvin and Hobbes cartoons, Calvin is doing his homework, and he's writing, he says to his pet tiger, his stuffed tiger, he says, a bushel is a unit of weight equal to 4 pecks. Calvin then says, what's a peck? And Hobbes says, a quick smooch. And then they both stare at the book, and then Calvin says, you know, I don't understand math at all. So no wonder I never understood math myself. It was never properly explained to me. Anyways, I hope that you are all the more motivated to attack and conquer your homework because of that cartoon. Also, I wanted to tell you how much you mean to me, but there's not enough paper in all the world to adequately express my affection for you. Man, I was a cornball. And then I put in brackets, good quote, huh? I made that up myself. That's a lie. Honestly, Lisa, you're the most beautiful and the most attractive woman that I have ever met. And because I started to get vulnerable at that point, I dropped in another Calvin and Hobbes cartoon.
Of course you did. Of course you did.
Because you know me and being vulnerable. And so the next one says, Calvin says to Hobbes, what do you find attractive in women, Hobbes? And Hobbes says, well, I've been always partial to redheads with green eyes. I like green eyes and whiskers, long whiskers. And Calvin sticks his tongue out and says, let's change the subject. And so I wrote again to Lisa, to you. And when you said yes to me, I was the happiest man in the world. And when I held your hand for the first time, I nearly passed out. And when we kissed, ... And then I put another cartoon in. And it's Calvin and Hobbes walking along, and Calvin says, Hobbes, have you ever kissed a girl? And Hobbes says, a few, I guess. And Calvin says, really, what was it like? And then Hobbes grabs Calvin, and he gives him this big kiss, slobbery kiss. And then after they're done, Hobbes is smiling, and he says, only it was a lot more so. And then Calvin's gagging and says, I was hoping it wouldn't be so fuzzy. So I go back to thinking about our kiss, and I say in the letter, when we kissed, it was one of the most awesome moments of my life. So seriously, with all joking aside, Lisa, you have changed my life. Last night when we were able to go on a quote-unquote date together and run around and do all the work in Robart's library like we did, it was really great. But the best part of it for me was just being with you. I want you to know how much you mean to me. I was extremely encouraged by the note that you gave me, and I was thankful to read it. And I just wanted to say to you that you too are my best friend. You too give me a friendship that I want to never end. I'm so very proud of you. I want you to never forget that I love you very much. Always, Kevin. So, we were just dating. I was holding back there.
You're a pretty mushy boyfriend, though.
Yeah. So, there you go. That's our love story from my side.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I brought a card as well to read to you. And
what's this card?
This is a Valentine's card that I made for you for our very first Valentine's Day as a married couple.
So we'd been married.
We'd been married for 8 months.
So this should be more significant than cartoons.
Yeah, I put a picture of us, our wedding picture, in the center, and we still couldn't afford cards, I guess, so we made them. But anyway, I'll read this to you. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. It's a little mushier than yours was.
I would hope so.
Yes, we're married at this point.
and still are.
My darling Kevin, as usual, words can't express how much love I feel towards you. You are my life, and I underlined life, and my every breath. Without you, I am only half a person. Every day, I need you more and more. Our marriage is my most precious jewel, which I will treasure until the day I die. When I think about us, I get so excited because I realize that we will always be together. I'm looking forward to the many stages of our lives. I'm even looking forward to seeing how you look as you grow older.
How's that treating you? Well,
Good.
this is it, babe. Sorry.
It's good. I lost my place. I'm even looking forward to, I know that my love is deeper and stronger than any trouble or challenge we may face. Amazing, because we're only married a few months here. Nothing will ever separate us or keep us apart. Today, I'm so in love with you and so very attracted to you. I want you always and will never stop wanting you. Being your wife is the best thing in my life. God has been so good to us. I love you, my heart, my Valentine, my lover, my husband, yours, Lisa.
Wow. All right, so I'd like everybody to leave now. That would be good. No, but that's, so look, that was weirdly vulnerable and kind of uncomfortable, but a really cool and really neat thing to do. We're not suggesting at all that you have to do something like this.
No.
We're weird. This is something that we did, but
in fact, we were just sharing how we were. We frame it with we didn't have a lot of money, so we were very creative. But we've seen people do amazing things to celebrate their love. You know, we've got friends who buy really significant gifts, you know, throughout the years to celebrate their love. You know, engrave plaques, put them on the gifts, and a lot of couples love to go back to their favorite spots. They have favorite restaurants and places that they. Little towns that they go to that really remind them of, we were kind of modeling here for us. I think we've always done that. Our kids have grown up with all this memorabilia, sort of been all the moves we've made. It's made the moves with us, and it just means a lot to us, and that's just our way kind of celebrating. But there's so many great ways to tell your love story, and we're inspired
and remember,
by
all of this, we're not so much saying, oh, go to a restaurant again or write new stuff, but this is how to tell your love story. So we're saying there is a real value in going back and actually talking about it. So if restaurants has been your thing, or something like this has been your thing, or if even gifts have been your thing, to take some time and say, let's, sit down and turn to each other and say, and we have this, we want to share with you. If you're thinking to yourself, this seems sort of weird, what are you saying exactly? Well, let's be totally clear. What we're saying is tell your love story to each other. You say, should my kids know? Yeah, tell them later, but tell it to each other because it brings that oxygen back in. And if you are feeling like, I don't know how to do this, a great place to start is sit and look at each other and start answering these questions. I remember, finish that sentence. I remember when you gave me that.
Yeah, or I remember when I first saw you and thought, oh, I think I like him. We can, I remember you can, think to yourselves, I remember when I knew he's the one, or she's the one.
Right.
What else?
Just any of those kind of questions. Start out like that and transport yourself back a little bit in time and start talking about your love story. So for some of you, your love story just started 3 or 4 years ago. Man, go back and start talking about, I remember that time and we did this. And some of them will be, you'll just be in, gales of laughter.
Yeah.
And other times you'll be in moments of tears. And a lot of times you're like, right, yeah, I haven't thought about that in a while. But what that messaging does inside of your heart, certainly inside of your brain, what it creates, and oxytocin, all this good stuff, starts firing again in the week of Valentine's week or any other week. If you start learning the power of telling your love story to each other,
and it
really helps.
It really does prepare you for more love. As we said earlier, your soul wants to be loved this way and to be in such a special relationship. And talking about the past then starts to make you think about the future and more love and more memories and just goes
Yep.
on and on.
So there you go. That's our sappy suggestion for the Valentine's week. Valentine's 2021. Who'd ever thought it came? You're in lockdown. You have to stay away from everybody. But if you're married, don't stay away from each other this week, especially.
Connect.
And tell each other your love stories. We think that will help a little bit. Honestly, we think that will help a whole lot.
Yeah.
So before we go, we just want to turn it back to what we're excited about in just a few weeks. Saturday, February 27th. We're very excited about our upcoming Stay-at-Home Marriage Conference.
Yes.
And you wanted to talk a little bit about it before I do?
I wanted to talk about the fact that originally we had planned for this to be a very special weekend where you could go away to a hotel. And we had
we were hoping.
Yeah, we had one of our good friends and minister, Micah Brokwa, had worked out a deal with the Crown Plaza in Niagara Falls. I was talking to the Royal York in Toronto, and then the lockdown happened. So, so those deals kind of fell through. But we still think that you could make Saturday, February 27th, very special if you wanted to just carve out that afternoon somehow in your home, make it special where you actually do spend some time together, you know, whatever you like to do, make it special. That was our intention for that day to be, as we've traditionally done a marriage retreat in our church every other year, and this is our year to do it. And so we want it to still be, for you to feel like you get that concentrated, nurturing time to focus on just the two of you and your marriage.
So please, we need you to do us a little bit of a favor. It's a really strange year and lockdown and pandemic and all this kind of stuff, but we really believe that we planned a great conference.
Oh, it's going to be awesome.
Not just for us, but for you. We've got a lot of great things going on. Honestly, in my opinion, it's super cheap. It's $20 for both of you. It's $20 a couple, $20 you'll get on your device. And it starts February 27th. It's at 2 in the afternoon. It goes to 4. It's just a couple hours. It's going to be power packed there. But also, here's what we need your help with as well. It's very difficult to kind of get the message out. Usually every year when we have a marriage conference, we have anywhere upwards to 400, 500 people and loads, tons and tons of couples.
Yeah.
That messaging, it's just a different year this year. So if you know people across Canada who usually would be interested in something like this, if you've got friends and family, would you please tell them about it? If you know people even, wherever, the United States or around the world in your church, and they'd love to be a part of it, you go to www.milestonechurches.com. Right on our front page there, you'll see Stay-at-Home Marriage. You click on that and register. It's just $20, and you will be able to be a part of this. And so please help us out with that. Also,
and sign yourself up first as well. That would be great.
I presuppose that they would, if they're going to get other people signed up. But please sign up. That would be great. I just want to let you know as well, our Milestone Facebook page, our Milestone Instagram are great ways if you are on those. If you don't, go to Facebook, look up Milestone Churches on Facebook, start following that, and then you'll be able to share what Milestone has put out there, and a lot of your friends might see that as well. So as I said, it's $20. We think it's going to be really great. We want to have some encouraging time together, some fun time together, and then we also have a special guest that we've asked to join us. Her name's Marian Gertz, and she's a registered marriage and family therapist, and she's really awesome, and we're hoping she'll even take us a little bit deeper in that conversation as well. And this is something I'm excited about. There's going to be some prizes. There's going to be 3 expensive, at least to me, expensive prizes. For $20 you sign up, you're automatically entered to win one of 3 $300 big bag of marriage swag. We'll give those away. You'll have to stay on till that last half hour when we do the draw. And if you're not online, you won't get the prize. Lisa and I will get to keep them. But we want to give them away to you. So please make sure that you're part of that. So we've got a lot of people signed up already. We're thankful for each one of you. But let's be honest, we don't have enough people signed up yet. So could you help us out with that? We'd be grateful.
Yeah, it's a really great opportunity for only $20. In some ways, it's incredible what you're going to be getting with, again, Marian is just a really amazing counselor, and she's going to be really nurturing and making our relationships grow that day. We've got some high energy things planned. We've got the marriage bag swag, whatever. It's just going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be the most power-packed 2 hours your marriage is going to have this year. So please, sign up and share with your friends and family.
Yep, and take those few hours and make them sacred somehow. Put the kids somewhere else if you got them, and the dog somewhere else if you got a dog, and just get a couple of hours together with each other and with us and everybody who'll be a part of that. So we are thankful that you'll give that consideration. We are done, but we're going to be back here in 2 weeks.
2 weeks,
so that's February 22nd. That's the Monday before our conference. So we're coming back. We'll talk about the conference a little bit then, and one more exciting thing that's going to be happening at that conference that we look forward to telling you about as well. But until that time, this is Valentine's Week 2021.
Happy Valentine's Day, everyone.
Happy Valentine's Day. God bless you this week.
Treat each other well.
Be good to each other. We'll see you in 2 weeks.